Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and kind of wear test of the new Nars Soft Matte Complexion Foundation. I have been wanting to try this foundation ever since I saw it come out. It just looks so nice, and since we're going into the winter and fall months, I'm looking for more of a matte foundation, and since I've been a little oily, we will see. Hopefully it can help control my oils. Foundation, I really wanted to see if it can help cover my acne and acne scarring. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Bree and I do weekly videos about makeup and skincare, specifically makeup and skincare best for acne prone skin, and with a little bit of lifestyle stuff mixed here and there. So if that interests you, hit that subscribe button down below and become part of the fam. If you're interested in seeing if the new Nars Soft Matte Complexion Foundation can cover up my acne and acne scarring, and if it's truly worth your money, then just keep on watching. I have done my eyes and my eyebrows, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply. Let's get into the foundation. So I already applied my Farsali Skin Tune Blur and also the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. Side note on this, I'm trying it again. I held off of it for a couple of weeks. I was trying some other products, but I think this might be breaking me out. I'm not sure. This is like my third time trying it because I really wanted to give it a break and see. I'll try this foundation with other primers. Really do a true test to see if this foundation is going to break me out in the shade Fiji. I love NARS foundations usually. The last one I got is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Liquid Foundation. This is amazing. I love this. It is so full coverage. One of my favorite foundations ever of all time. And this is actually in the shade Vienna. So I decided to go Fiji just to see if it was a better fit for me. The NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation is supposed to be a full coverage, transfer proof, oxidation resistant foundation that lasts up to 16 hours with a natural looking matte finish. Don't know if I'm going to wear it for 16 hours. I'm not going to hold it to that. It is full coverage, matte, liquid for normal, dry, combo, oily. It also has microalgae and biohyaluronic acid. Balance excess sebum while keeping skin hydrated and help protect skin from pollution and blue light damage. Don't we all need that with working from home and everything now? This foundation retails for $40. I really love the packaging and love the soft matte look of it. Interested in this eye look? It doesn't look good now, but it will later. I'm actually reviewing in another video and doing an eye look with the ColourPop Hocus Pocus palette, so be on the lookout for this as well. If it's already up, I will link up here. And I do actually like that this is a squeeze tube. I love squeeze tube and pumps the most, so it just looks like this. Very liquidy. Oh man. Well, we'll do a little skin update from what you can see, but you can see all my acne going through here, but it's very similar looking to this side. So we're looking pretty flat. However, we still got some acne marks and it's mostly scarring. So sorry about that. I hate when I forget to do skin updates. That I'm gonna do with the brush. So I'm just gonna take my little Morphe Chocolate Hill brush. She's definitely matte, and you can totally see a difference in my skin. This is a lot more covered, and it really evened out my skin tone compared to the side with no foundation on it. Go ahead and take the excess on my hand and put it on this side of my face. Take my sponge. I don't know if it's because my sponge is a little dry now, but this is for sure not the most movable foundation, so you got to work quickly. So for sure work one side of the face at a time. It's really similar to the Fenty matte Pro Matte foundation. I'm just gonna add a little more real quick. As you can probably tell, which is I would say pretty normal, the side with the brush is much more full coverage compared to this side. This side still covered relatively decently. I can still see a little bit of like my scarring peeking through a bit more on this side compared to the brush side. If I'm being honest, I can see it on the brush side a little bit too, like peeking through. It is slightly emphasizing my pores a little more on the brush side, but when I look from afar, I totally tell that the brush side is more full coverage, or I think just has a little more product in general. I'm just gonna go in with the sponge on this side with my pores just so it doesn't get too cakey and weird. It's not settling into my nose, which is good. Stuff peeking through a little bit on the brush side, peeking into my texture just a bit more than I would like on the brush side. And this is the Beauty Blender side where you can see not mad at the way it looks. I think it looks pretty good. I don't see anything too crazy, and even though it is a matte foundation, my skin's been feeling a little drier in this past week or two. It doesn't look like it is clinging onto my dry patches. Feels dry, so it doesn't feel tacky, maybe like the slightest, but not really. Looks good. It's a little bit clumping in my unibrow region, and it was just slightly, and I think that was just a result of me maybe putting a little too much product and letting it sit and not blend out quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will check in after. All right guys, so my makeup is all done, and I really love and like how it turned out. This is how the foundation is looking like so far. Let's check in. I think it looks really good. All my products, my bronzer, my blush, my highlighter laid really well on top of it, and I think I just look so smooth. Like I feel like I look really blurred. I also did set it with the Rare Beauty setting spray just because that's what I do with all my foundations. It's for sure matte. Like this is a matte foundation. There is no dew, especially when you set it. I even set it kind of with the Laura Mercier Candle Glow powder. Even that, it still looks totally matte, and that has kind of like a glow to it, that powder. I love the coverage. I did add a little bit of my Tarte concealer, again, that I add to all my foundations, you guys know, and that just really bumps up the coverage for me. But even without it, like I didn't put any like in this area or kind of like down here. Really good. It is sticking to my chin a little bit, like as a dry pat here. But other than that, I think it looks really good. My nose isn't super clumpy. It is a little bit drier, more on this side, but nothing crazy. Nothing compared to like that Rare Beauty foundation situation at all. Right, so I'm gonna go on with the rest of my day and wear this foundation. It's probably not gonna be a long time, so we'll see how it wears. I'll try and keep this on as long as I can, but I will check in with you guys in the next few hours and throughout the days to see how this foundation holds up. Alright guys, so we just got back from downtown Disney and we are home now. It was really fun. This is how we're looking so far. I think my foundation actually looks really good. I don't think my texture is shining through really. This looks really good. A little bunchy here. I think overall I still look really blurred and pretty flawless, and I think it lasted, especially right here, like all of this part. So far it doesn't feel like super heavy on my skin yet. I thought it was going to start for a second just because, again, the mask, it was getting a little bit hot. I am really impressed with my makeup overall, especially just because of the mask wearing. Like it doesn't even look like it rubbed off, but you can really still see my blush and my bronzer. Yeah, I am really impressed so far. Alright guys, so I am here to check in and give my final thoughts on the new Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I really have liked and enjoyed this foundation. I thought it was so good. Like I'm wearing it today again and it just looks so flawless on my skin. Like I can't even believe how flawless it looks. I feel like I look poreless. I love the matte finish of this foundation. I love it just as much, I think, as the Nars Radiant Longwear foundation. Even though it is a very matte foundation and there's no dew to this foundation at all, I don't think it really clings to dry patches that bad. Like if it's there, like you can tell, but it is nothing like how when I first tried the Rare Beauty foundation, like a dry mess stage 5 clinger situation. Actually really surprised me for how matte it is. It also is very full coverage. Like they're not lying when they say this is full coverage. This is full coverage. I didn't even have to use my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer. You guys know that's my holy grail concealer, and that can cover up any hyperpigmentation, acne you have and still not get cakey. I barely had to use any because this was that good. So this foundation has not broken me out, so that is an A+ from me. And it also doesn't feel like a mask on the face, and it doesn't feel super cakey and super heavy throughout the day. Claims of the like 16-hour wear is pretty accurate because, as you can see, when I was at downtown Disney and just kind of going throughout my day, that this foundation stayed put. I had a mask on the whole time and it didn't even look like it really transferred onto my mask, which was crazy. Like a little bit here and there, but nothing like I was expecting, especially for having a mask on for like 3 hours. If I've ever been thinking about getting into any of the Nars foundations and you want kind of more full coverage, go with these. If you have more dry skin, even combo skin, I would go with the Nars Radiant Longwear foundation. I have oily skin and I still really like this. I feel like it's dewy but not oil slick dewy, and I feel like it gives a little bit more of a natural finish, but they have pretty much the same amount of coverage. They both don't feel super heavy on the skin. If anything, I feel like the Nars Radiant Longwear foundation feels a tad heavier. I love like how you can go super glam with this foundation, but I also don't think it looks too crazy matte, if that makes sense. I do think that this is more of a natural looking matte finish. I would totally highly recommend this foundation. I think it is Totally worth your money if you're looking for a new foundation. If you have super dry skin, I'm not sure how this would work for you, but with my combo skin getting a little drier from a little bit more oily how it is in the summer, it doesn't really clean that bad. It looks poreless, it looks flawless, doesn't feel super heavy, and the coverage is there. Like if you have acne, if you have marks, dark spots, this is gonna cover it. It's amazing. Enough said. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have tried this foundation. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did it break you out? Are you like, I have something better as a drugstore version? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, let me know any more kind of foundation reviews and fall videos you would like to see from me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.